Well, welcome everybody to the 4th International Clinical Engineering and Health Technology Management Congress webinar, What You Need to Know. You see on the screen that lovely site of Disney World. And September 28th and 9th, that Tuesday, Wednesday, our Congress there and our pre-conference program the day before. Next slide, please, Callie. And I've got with me today Dr. Yadin David, of course, from IFMB CED, as well as the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, and the author of our first Congress and the one since then in 2015 in China, and Dr. Brad Shaner, Vice President of Strategy and Innovation at AMI, and Bashari Schulte, Vice President of Education at AMI, as well as Fred Moxley, who is Senior Meetings Manager at AMI. And hey, we're all here today because of you. We want to get you prepared. Why do you need, we want to talk about why do you need to be there, what's in it for you, the planning for the educational sessions, logistics, and give time for your questions and answers. So we want you to come. We want to get you prepared. We want you to be there. And, you know, so Brad was able to join Yadin and I in Rome in October 2019 at the closing session when we announced AMI was going to be our great partner for this 2021 Congress and event. And we started working with this team since then, and fast forwarding to August when we first announced the registration for this. And then a month later, Yadin and I sat in a fireside chat and said, hey, we want to hear from you. We want to get your abstracts. We want you to participate in this program. So Yadin, sounded like folks responded then. What do you think, Yadin?
Absolutely, Tom. It is such a pleasure to be here today, sharing this platform with Brad, Sherry, and Fred, and others. But the point is that today's webinar is results of years of preparation, of building up for the significant purpose of get together, understand where the field is going, address issues, debate challenges, and offer solutions. And therefore, it is a must that we all congregate in Florida come September as the only event that is, I would say, mandatory for clinical engineering profession. It is great to be here today. Looking forward for sharing the dialogue.
Next slide, please. Thank you, Yadin. And Yadin and I will go back and forth, and then we'll invite Brad and Sherry to share as well. So this is our 4th Congress, and we are building a legacy. And you contributed, as I was able to just say, and the Congress is that important global event where we'll engage with the World Health Organization and provide a platform for various regional meetings as well. Yadin? When in 2015, when you put China together, what were you thinking?
Exactly. It's still echoing in my mind when Khalil from Brazil came to me in 2013 and said, if you ever get a chance to build up a clinical engineering congress that will be addressing clinical engineering issues and knowledge and share it around the world, I commit to you that I will host the second one. So I had to think in Hangzhou, China that day, that how lucky I was to be able to get the first one organized and offered. And it was much more limited than what we're looking for in September in Orlando. And true to his word, Khalil hosted the second one 2 years later in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Stefano and his Italian Clinical Engineering Association follow up in Rome in 2019. We are building a legacy. We are building a platform for all the clinical engineers around the world and the clinical engineering technologists to come together and understand how can we keep up with our education, how can we channel our curiosity, and what's a better way than to continue this Congress as a global event with major partner joining us. I think, Tom, that the professional network opportunity that is offered from Hangzhou to Sao Paulo to Rome and Orlando is so unique that I will be surprised if we're not going to break another record of attendance, as we already broke the record on number of submission of abstracts. We have excellent collaboration here. Collaboration with AAMI, collaboration with IFMBE, collaboration with the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, and the list is continuing if you go into the World Health Organization domain and other international group that will join us. And finally, what a better place to bring a family. I can think of one in 2021. Bring a family to Orlando, where Disney World has taken all the safety precaution and has assured us that the space is going to be treated according to compliance with space isolations and safety, and that the COVID-19 is under control in Orlando. Bring your family, have time of your life, take pictures, and have memories to share forever thereafter.
Thank you, Yadin. We'll share some statistics later of how we've continued to grow. This is a competitive event. We want to put the, we want to get the widest number of people involved and the widest number of countries involved. We'll find a way for people to participate one way or another. And so we're looking forward to that. Next slide, please. And here are those statistics. So I'll make this quick. It's a lot of numbers on the page, but 306 abstracts before, 372 this time. Behind those abstracts last time was about 450 contributors. This time, 660 behind those 370 plus abstracts. We've said many times the story that there were 1,000 people in Rome from 70 countries. 300 of those were from the exhibitor, 700 from our colleagues. This time we're trying to, get 120 countries involved. Some will be on site, 80 we hope, maybe 2/3, and 40 joining by pre-recording virtually. We'd love to have 1,200 people involved this time and not the 1,000. We're going to need your help with the exhibitors. We'll talk more about that. We had 40 last time, and 45 we're shooting for this time. So good student participation before. We want to grow it. Yadin, any comments about these statistics?
Yes, a very important trend that we're seeing building up the momentum here from 2015 onwards to 2021. I do want to mention that at the bottom of your screen, you have two icons. One is saying Q&A. Those questions are going to go to the faculty and they can be answered live, as well as a chat box that everybody can read and respond to. I would like to take a moment and just let you know that Mario Seca, our dear friend, with many talents in addition to his technical ability, asked a question relating to getting into the USA in September. And yes, it's a challenge, but I can tell you that the trend is moving in the right direction. The restrictions are being lifted day by day. The information is changing. We need to stay on top of it. And I believe it will get easier as we cross the summer.
Thank you, Yadin.